So how we doing today, guys? So in today's video, I'm going to discuss with you guys the benefits of being celibate on this journey. What actually happens when you do not engage in any kind of sexual activity. Now, obviously, along with being celibate, you guys have to do Nofap, like no PMO. So no edging, no looking at any kind of pictures, no looking at any kind of videos, any kind of scenes in movies, nothing like that. You have to do both of these together. And then you are going to experience a lot of benefits. First benefit that I've noticed is I do not have that same fear that I used to have when it comes to different situations or how to react in situations. I don't have anxiety. That's the thing. See, I was always fearful about the future of what is going to happen now, what's going to happen if I do this, like what's going to happen if I don't take this opportunity. Now it's just really just going away. I don't really care for it that much. I'm taking it one day at a time, doing the most I can every single day to improve myself and to connect more with God. And again, I'm going to get into God's word at the end of the video. What actually happens? You become into a man. Like, you know how people say shit like, oh, you got to be a man to do that? You become into that man. Like, we all have that in us already. I'm aware of my surroundings a lot more. It's like having that Spider-Man sense, you know, like that kind of sixth sense where you know something is about to happen, or you know somebody's behind you, or you know somebody's in front of you, you know somebody's about to tap you. It just comes to you. I feel like it's kind of a superpower. What else? Obviously, mental clarity. Things become a lot more clear, meaning you also become into a better decision maker. Making decisions in life is tough, especially if it comes to, let's say, your career, if it comes to, let's say, religion. These are tough and big life-changing decisions. You actually have a lot more mental clarity to actually learn and understand why people do things that they actually do. In general, I feel like I'm a lot more happy in life, man. It's just, you feel so much more grateful for the things that you do have, and you realize that you have a lot more than most people. One thing I want to just get out there right now is, and I always include this in my prayers when I'm thanking God in the beginning of my prayer and at the end, you have most likely the three main necessities in life. What are they? First one is having a roof above your head. Okay, I'm pretty darn sure all of you have that. Second one is having food and water every single day without having to really worry about if you're going to get it or not, or if it's going to come the next day or not, because more than likely you already know that you are going to eat tomorrow. You know that you are going to drink water tomorrow. Meanwhile, there's some people out there and don't even have those things, and you might not really acknowledge the fact that you have food and water because you never been in that position where you actually, where it was very scarce and you did not have any. The third necessity is having clothes to put on your back. You obviously can't walk naked all over the public, right? You have clothes so you can put on, and you know you have a lot of clothes. I'm pretty sure you guys don't just have one white t-shirt, one pair of jeans, and one pair of sneakers, right? I'm pretty sure you guys have a different kind of variety. That's how most guys are. What else? You learn a lot more. You get a lot of wisdom and knowledge. I love the word wisdom. It just sounds like a more advanced way of saying, like, you learn a lot more. I have a lot more interest in reading. Now, when I'm talking about reading, I'm not just talking about reading just fictional books. A lot of guys might like to read those, like different kind of stories, adventure stories, horror, whatever you guys, whatever genre you guys like. But I really enjoy reading books that I can learn a lot from. Meaning, like, I can learn how to do things like negotiate. I can learn things that might tell me how I can work out better, I can eat better, things like that. That's the kind of books I like to focus on. Obviously, you just learn more this way. There's a lot of increased drive that you guys get, that you want to accomplish things in life. When you get this drive, and you have to be, remember, you have to be celibate and you have to be doing Nofap / semen retention. All right, you guys have to do both of these together, because when you do these together, then you're actually going to want to occupy that free time that you have with things that you can learn. And if your mind was not used to learning before, it's going to take a little while for it to actually adapt, but it will adapt, trust me. You just have to keep going forth with learning new things. You just get a new drive to actually want to accomplish more things in life. It actually becomes easier to focus on what you want from life, and you actually engage in wanting to learn about more things that actually interest you, things that might even be a career change or something. You're going to be more driven. You just want to do as much as you possibly can within the free time that you have. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm learning as much as I can. I'm learning about religions, all different types, why people worship what they worship. I really love that topic. It's very interesting to me. Another thing, the devil himself has less control over you. Now, the main thing a lot of people on Nofap semen retention are dealing with is the devil of temptation. Now, devil comes in many other forms. He comes in forms of greed, other things as well. That's the only thing I can think of right now, though. But yeah, the main one is, for us guys, mainly is temptation, the devil of temptation. He comes, he wants us to fap, wants us to have sex, and wants us to feel that good, I don't know, 3 to 5 seconds, however long it lasts for you guys. But I also feel you feel less angry on this journey. Remember, I'm talking about both though, celibacy and Nofap and semen retention. You got to do both these together. And I feel I've gotten my anger under control, because situations will happen in your life that will make you want to do things like fap, because you're going to feel like that's the only escape. And once you think like that, that is the devil really trying to get control over your mind and over your body. But what you have to do is, wait for it, read God's word. Now, you have to realize that you can actually control the devil that's inside you. A lot of men don't realize this. They just feel like, okay, the devil has control over me and now I'm going to fap. To some extent, that is you actually having control over yourself too, and you giving in to the temptation. It's stupid. See, if you have God's peace in your heart, you are not going to be anxious, you're not going to be depressed, you're not going to care about what's in the future, you're not going to flip when it comes to like certain situations that you would normally get extremely angry about. It's not going to happen. Stay celibate as well, okay? Only think about sex after marriage, because if you let's say have sex before marriage, and that's like the main thing you guys want to do. See, for one, I just feel that's very immature, because the main people who care about sex like that is probably young kids in high school. I probably used to be like that in high school. But that's the thing, you obviously mature over time. So I'm pretty sure most of the people who are watching this video are you're in your early 20s, mid 20s, late 20s, early 30s, probably even made it to late 30s, maybe even early 40s. We have matured from that step, all right? We're not taking that same mentality that we had as teenagers and bringing it up. Even for people who might be 18 and 19, you guys might still have those crazy urges, and you guys might still be in that phase where you're like, I just have to have sex, it's just one of the main things in life. It's really not. The main thing to do in life is to better yourself every single day as much as you possibly can, and to connect to God's word. I'm telling you, once you start doing this every single day, whenever you feel that temptation, I'm talking like that crazy urge that comes, and let's say you're like, meditation doesn't work for me, even cold showers doesn't work for me, go to God's word. I promise you that's going to work for you. And I'm not saying go to God's word and just read a verse. No, you have to really engage in it. You have to look up different chapters. You have to look up when people are actually tempted by the devil in God's holy book. You have to look those up, and there's so many passages about that, and you're gonna feel like, wow, like the devil can tempt all these people. Of course he's gonna tempt me as well. But what you have to do is see how those people handled it, and be grateful, guys. Always be extremely grateful for what you have. All right, and you got to be extremely grateful for the fact that you are actually on this journey. A lot of guys probably don't even know about this journey. They're just going about their life every single day and fapping it away, and they're probably like, why am I so tired all the time? Why am I depressed? Why can't I make good decisions in life? Why is this not working out? Why is that not working out? Why do I get angry so quickly? Because you're missing a big chunk, and that big chunk is God's word and God himself. I'm telling you guys right now, if you have trouble with these urges, first thing in the morning, I want you guys to do, as soon as you wake up, even if you check out your phone, first thing I want you to do is look up God's word. All right, that's the first thing you guys need to do. Read it and then pray to him. Be thankful, then ask for your prayers, then be thankful again. And that's how you end off your prayer. Do this I only do it in the morning, because I used to do it at nighttime too, because nighttime, that's especially the time when the devil really comes out. But the thing is that I occupy myself so much during the day that I have nothing on my mind by the end of the day besides me getting some rest. But if you find yourself that you don't do much in a day, then start praying in the nighttime as well, because that's when the devil of temptation really likes to get to you. And I've had that very bad experiences with this as well. All right, so the devil can come after anybody, no matter how religious you are, no matter how much you like God. He will come after you even more if you're more religious and after God, because he wants to get the good people out. The bad people, he doesn't have to worry about. Bad people are already messed up. The fappers, the ones who like pornography all the time, the ones who made that normal, the ones who just go out to clubs and look for sex and end up catching STDs. Yeah, those people. He doesn't need to do anything about that. The devil's like, I already got control over these people. Look at them. They're not worshiping God. They're just looking for sex, and they just want temptation. I have full control. Why do I need to go after that person? He's going to go after people like us. People who want to do things in life. People who want God in their life. He's going to go after people like us. So always be careful and always read God's word. Keep your faith and your courage very, very high. Okay, and along with that, you're going to get a lot of strength. All right, guys. Hopefully you guys learned a lot in this video about the benefits of being celibate, along with the power of God's word while you're celibate and on this Nofap semen retention journey. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button down below. If you have not already, please subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. If you guys have any future video suggestions, leave them in the comment section below. If you guys want, you can guys check out my Patreon page, check out my Snapchat. You guys have any email questions about anything, like whether that be erectile dysfunction, whether that be about God, whether that be about celibacy, whether that be about getting the glow, whatever, you guys can feel free to email me. I always leave my email in the description below, so don't worry about what questions you have. I'll answer all of them within the same day. All right, guys, let's be on heroes, man.